Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Uh, a lot of crazy stuff going on this week. Yeah, I want to get into some strangeness. Symptom number one, from the 23rd to the 26th, a lot of people complaining about heart palpitation throughout the day, mostly when sitting down or laying down. A really uncomfortable feeling, and it just comes and goes throughout the day for no reason at all, which is kind of scary, but you're good. Actually, it's not a bad thing. So it's just an uncomfortable thing. So I just want to put that out there. The second thing is the headaches. Well, not so much headaches. This is kind of different. It's not your typical headache, typical migraine. It's more of, what's the best way they just, it's more of a weight on your head. It feels like somebody's kind of compressing it. It's just a pressure. The best way that I could describe it is just a pressure. It just feels really, really heavy, and an extreme pressure. And that's been going on for about 3 days also, okay? You have from the 25th, 26th, completely drained. And I mean zero energy. Zero energy. Where last week it was more, you had all this energy and you couldn't sleep, and you would sleep 2-3 hours, wake up, go back for another hour. You just couldn't sleep. And even when you did, you woke up like you didn't even sleep. You woke up exhausted. Now it's wanting to sleep too much. You can't keep your eyes open. You feel mentally and physically drained. Okay. Another thing is loss of appetite. Once again, although food totally changed for me as far as the taste, because it tastes like nothing. And it's been like that for like the last 2 years or so. It just doesn't taste like anything, but we eat because, it's what we do. And now you're just not hungry. You don't really say, well, I didn't eat all day, let me eat some. You really don't care. You just go on and you're fine. As long as you have, as long as you have fluids and you're drinking. But there is such a depletion of energy. It's unbelievable. The last few days, probably I think from Sunday. I don't know. I would have to go back and check my notes, but it's not important. But an uneasy feeling inside of yourself where you feel very short-tempered, angry, like you just want to explode, but there's really no reason to do that. You just want to explode on people, like a nervousness and antsiness, that, like just antsy. That's like the best way I could put it. Yeah. You feel like everything is going really, really fast all of a sudden. And if you listen to my other video and the one before that, I had mentioned that there's a calm, like somebody said, a calm before the storm. And there was a calmness for a couple of weeks. And now it just feels like everything is ramping up. I'm starting to feel it. I feel it in myself, and I know something's changed. So we're at another level at this point. It's just everything just feels like it's going really fast. Ooh, my ear is ringing. Everything is going really fast. People are acting really strange. They're driving like lunatics, completely driving like lunatics. I have to tell you a quick story. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before, it doesn't matter. But I was driving and I look in my rearview mirror and I see this car, and I'm telling you, she must have been going about 80 miles an hour on a 45. So I'm like, holy shit, she's going to hit the back of my car, which she didn't. She swerved around me. She cut me off, and I was like, no. And so I'm not a confrontational person at all, but this girl, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but I said, I'm going after her. So me, like a lunatic, I'm driving after her, going just as fast. And finally, like, we meet at a light, and I look at her and I roll my window down, and she does not even look at me. She's looking straight ahead, like she's in a complete trance. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She's not even acknowledging me, and I need to like yell at this person. So we continue to go, and there she goes again, cutting people off. So I'm doing the same shit. Now we both, I mean, it's two wrongs, right? But I just couldn't hold myself back. So finally we get to the next light, and I'm like, the hell with this. So I get out of my lane and I cut right in front of her sideways, where she's like right here, and I'm like, you're not moving. I roll my window and I said, get out of the car. Get out of the car. And I'm telling you guys, she still did not look at me. She couldn't go anywhere because I was blocking traffic in her lane and mine because I was sideways. And she just wouldn't even look my way. And she looked like a robot. That's the only way I can explain it. She just was staring. And I said, holy shit. And I got this really weird feeling in my body. And I was like, I need to let this go. And I straightened out and I went in front of her, and the light turned green. I went, and then I noticed that she was going really, really slow after that. And I was watching her. I was like, okay. So finally I go to, I put my directional, I go to make a turn, and there she goes like a bat out of hell, just flies down the freaking street. I'm like, wow, something is really, really, really off. The bots are everywhere. They are everywhere. I don't even know how to explain it. Dude, I mean, you can come across 100 people in a day. And maybe out of that 100, there was like one or two people that you felt were regular, not bots. Yeah, and driving like lunatics. I don't know how many of you are noticing that. Another thing that's really strange are animals are acting like discombobulated. I'll tell you another quick story. I guess a lot of things, a couple of days ago I was driving, and it's a good thing I was going pretty slow. And this big, I don't know what kind of bird it was. I don't know. It looked like a pterodactyl. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was huge, and he was beautiful, and he was white. And I'm watching it from the corner of my eye, like go to, I guess he got his food, whatever, and he goes to fly away. And he's like all topsy-turvy because he was a really big bird. And I'm driving, and I see him, and I'm going really slow, and this thing hits my windshield, and there was nothing I could do. I stepped on my brake. I had cars. There was nothing I could do. And he goes boom, and he hits me, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel sick to my stomach because I'm like, I know I got to go get this bird, and I can't handle things like that because I love pets. I love all kind of animals. So I pulled over as quick as I can. I didn't give a shit. I ran out of my car, and I go look, and there's nothing there. He's completely gone. That's another story. I don't even know where he went. Completely gone, like it never even happened. And that thing hit my windshield hard. Okay, so they're kind of like discombobulated. Also, I noticed my own pets are very, very protective, very, very protective at this time. Like they don't want to leave your side again, you know. And yeah, my cat's been acting really strange too, because she does her own thing, and lately she's just been on my by my side constantly all day long, all night long, sleeps on the pillow and just stares at me while I'm sleeping. I'm like, dude, you're freaking me out. But yeah, she's kind of doing that again. So also got quite a few people talking about the itchiness coming back, which is it's it's so weird. I was like scratching away at my back, and I'm like, oh my god, like my back is so itchy. And just then my girlfriend texted me. She's like, are you itchy? Because I can't stop itching. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then somebody else had texted me, and the synchronicity was just too much. I was like, yes. And in the middle of the night, there I am, and I'm like scratching and scratching. What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, that's another thing. And that actually, I remember that happening about a year ago. And then it went away, and people were scratching like crazy to the point that they were leaving bruises on their body. Another thing that's been happening for the last 3 days is like electronic interference. Cell phones freezing up, computers freezing up, radios free. It's just everything. And you're trying to get something done, and you just can't. It's like almost impossible. Your computer's not working with you, your phone's not working with you, everything is just freaking going berserko. Yeah, and that's how it's been for me. And it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, I'm not saying that that that's a weird thing, because sometimes, you get this happens, but it's been for a few days now, to the point where, yeah, that doesn't usually happen that long. Um, let's see, what else do I got here? Um, yeah, so those are basically the symptoms that are going on right now. A lot of strangeness. Pay attention to your surroundings. New things popping up. Stores that you went to no longer exist. Somebody just told me about that this morning. They go to the same store, every month, because they're in the city, and before they go do whatever it is that they have to do, and went today, and that store is gone. Like, it was closed down for 30 years. Like, it didn't exist, and that person was there a week ago, and it was there. So pay attention to surroundings. Um, I think it was my last video, the video before, I had mentioned that I feel that there is something coming in 2 weeks, but I wasn't sure because of the space that I was in was very tranquil for me. So I didn't have that nervous energy. So I really wasn't picking up on anything drastic. But dude, guys, let me tell you, came Sunday and shit. That's all I could say. It's wiping me on my ass. Like, yesterday, I can't tell you how many hours I've slept. The night before, I've slept and slept and slept. It's like I can't keep my eyes open, and something is coming. There's a wave coming, and it's going to be a big one. Either it's coming, or we're actually starting to feel that wave come in. How long is it going to last? I don't know. How fast is it going to come in and knock us off our shit? I don't know. I just know that we're starting to feel it. Some are still on the flu symptoms and stuff like that, and others are still in the tranquility phase. So you will eventually feel this. Like I said, everybody feels things at different points, different times. But we're about to shift, dude, and we're about to shift big. And my advice, because I'm doing this myself, I've been burning like a lot of sage and candles and incense, and just trying to relax, just trying to really, really relax, because I think it's so important that when you find the time, rest. You have to rest, because this wave is coming in, and either this is the tip of it, the middle of it, or close to the end. I don't know. But if it's the tip of it, get ready. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to start seeing a large amount of changes. I mean, huge changes in your surroundings, and all this stuff. And definitely for the positive. There's no question. Every time these waves hit, although we feel overwhelmed and we feel horrible, when they pass, things seem to get a little bit better each time, a little bit better. You start to know yourself a little bit better. You start to be happy a little bit more. You start to think more positive. You shed all the shit that hasn't been working for you. You get rid of all your old habits. You stop trying to fix broken, and like, okay, that's it. You start to become more assertive and learn to just say no. you know there's positive changes with these waves, just that I don't think that the waves should be so drastic on our physical and mental state. But like I said, there is some kind of interference that causes it to be so fucked. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, rest, get to know yourself, introduce yourself to yourself for the very first time in your life, listen to your needs and wants, follow that, and we're going to get through this. Yeah, if anything else comes up, I will definitely make a video, because I like to put one out once a week, but depending on, how many people reach out to me, and, determines whether I make a video that week or not. Or so, yeah, I will get back to you on other things. Hang tight, baby. The ride has just begun. So it's a positive thing. Like I said, although it doesn't feel like it, it will be a positive thing, because it always is. The change is always for the better. So try to keep yourself in that frame of mind of positivity, even though you're kind of crawling on the floor and feel like somebody kicked the shit out of you. Just try to keep a positive attitude. Mwah. Blessings to all, and I will see you guys back here soon. Bye-bye.